I never understood this when I heard Napoleon Hill write about it 50, 75 years ago. You develop a prosperity conscious. At a certain point, the tide turns and the money begins to flow to you like a river. And what would have taken you 10 or 20 years to earn, you earn in a month or 2 months. And you can't even believe this until it happens. Does anybody know what I'm talking about here? By the way, it's the most remarkable thing. And so this is our goal. But in order, in the Bible, and Jim quotes the Bible, remember it's the parable of the talents, which is very interesting. It said, "O good and faithful servant, you have been faithful over small things, I will make you master over many." And the only way that you can become a millionaire is by first becoming a 100-aire, and then a 500-aire, and then a 1,000-aire, and then a 2,000-aire, and so on. People say, well, I want to jump from here to great financial success. That has never happened and will never happen. The era of the .com was an aberration in human history. It wiped out $5 trillion worth of wealth and probably destroyed more lives financially than any other plague in history. That's never going to happen again. The way that we make money is we work hard and save our money. So number one rule, as you've heard 1,000 times, is pay yourself first. Pay yourself first, which means to save 10 to 20% of your income. I was talking with David Bach on the phone the other day. Does anybody know who David Bach is? David Bach is a really nice young guy. He's a financial planner who's got a book, and it's the #1 book this week on the Wall Street Journal bestseller list. It's called The Automatic Millionaire. And people are buying this book by the thousands. He has 2 other books, Nice Women Finish Rich, Nice Men Finish Rich. And he has 3 books in the top 10 in the financial bestsellers. Do you know what the books say? Pay yourself first. And people are paying and buying the book and going, wow, what an incredible concept. And he talks to people who come in, working people. The guy's a truck driver, she's a waitress, and they come in to plan their finances. He feels a little sorry for them because they've got kind of crummy clothes and they got kind of working class jobs, and together they never made more than $50,000 in their lives, and they're 45 or 50, and then he shows them, this is what the Automatic Millionaire starts with, then they show him their financial plan. They're worth $2.3 million. And they never made more than $50,000 a year. They own homes and cars and businesses and everything else. Why? It's because they just saved their money and invested it carefully. So we say, in order to qualify for big things, you've got to do little things. If you want to be in the championships, you've got to fight you've got to compete in the smaller competitions. So #1, pay yourself first 10 to 20%. Now here is the great challenge.